Ori and the Blind Forest came out in 2015, and when that game was first shown, I was blown away with the visuals. The use of lighting and visual storytelling had me interested. I'd played through it, and then again when they released the definitive edition a year later. Now, I'd be lying if I had not teared up at the beginning of this game, with how quickly it made me care about its characters without them having to say a word. Now, in 2019, we have the sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest, with Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Now, is it the Will of the Wisps to get another great game, or should they have stayed as a one-hit wonder? Let's find out in this week's episode of Kind of Late Reviews. Picking up almost immediately after the first game, we are introduced to the newest member of the Ori family, Ku, the last child of the owl in the first game. Ku has a bad wing, and when she gets old enough to learn to fly, Ori grabs the final gift from Kuro, her mother, a single feather, which they attach to Ku's wing to allow her to finally fly. Ori and Ku go for a flight around, and end up in a new land where they get separated, and now it is up to Ori to save the light in the new land of Niwen, and bring the family back together while learning of Ori's true purpose in the world. The art of Ori is once again outstanding in the use of lighting for the characters and attacks. The game does a wonderful job of telling the story of the land, but just showing the player the environment. Every area is crafted masterfully and looks unique. From the vibrant colors of the water pools to the disturbing look of a deceased bug in the terrifyingly dark underground. Enemies are not varied too much as they are with different colors representing the elements they can use for attacks. Like this one creature that does a jump ground pound, can then be seen doing a fire ground pound, and finally an ice one, with the use of red for fire and blue for ice. The characters are all visually impressive and distinct for the most part. One of the best looking characters is the new main bad guy, Shriek, a vulture-like creature who uses his folded wings also as legs to walk. Ori and the Will of the Wisps music is done by an orchestra. They took this game and made you feel the feels like Crazy Feely. I would once again be lying if through the use of the music and the storytelling I didn't tear up a few times. The sounds of jumping and attacking sound crisp and tight. The music sounds truly epic when fighting a boss to really ramp up the feeling of how powerful some of these creatures are. Ori is simple enough to control. You get a lot of the same abilities you would in the first game, like walking, jumping, and double jump. You do get a whole bunch of new attacks, this time mostly focused on the use of a light sword and other spirit weapons that can be purchased. On top of that, there is the use of launching off of enemies and other objects in the environment. On top of that, there are shards to collect which act as extra abilities, like the ability to stick to walls, or to do more damage but also take more damage at the same time. All this is presented in a Metroidvania style game. You'll be traveling back and forth in the land to open up new areas. This game is wonderful, and I loved playing it. However, there are a lot of issues with this game. From achievements not working to sound issues. Throughout this game, I have been gypped out of many achievements, like collecting all the shards and upgrades for all the shards, both of which I did. Sound issues were worse than from weird buzzing and popping sounds to missing music and other sounds, making the game feel very silent when it should have been more filled. At one point, after getting a power-up, all the visuals broke. All that was available to be seen was the user interface. Everything else was just a blank screen, and even dying was not fixing it. So I'm back to the title screen with the music gone and only the UI working, there as well. In order to fix that bug, I had to restart the game application. I also had my save take a while to show back up, making me think I lost all my progress in the game. I played this on PC, and I would stop detecting my controller for no reason and would require a computer restart in order for that to work again. Even with all these issues, I absolutely loved every moment I spent playing this game. I highly recommend playing this one if you enjoyed the first game. If you've not played the first one, you can jump right into this one, but I feel like you'll be missing some key important early details that just make this game extra special. While playing Ori and the Will of the Wisps, I gathered all the shards and purchased all the skills, restored all the houses and found all the seeds in the world to plant, died a total of 181 times, and earned a total of 43,091 spirit shards, which is this game's currency. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you valuing your opinion of this game. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, it helps out the channel. Share this video with your friends, family, and even your pets. Let me know what you think about Ori and the Will of the Wisps in the comments below. Already late for my next review. See you then.